All right, guys, this is the voice of DWFX, and in less than 1 hour, we are gonna have that show. It's gonna be phenomenal. I'm gonna show you a lot of couple of stuff. I'm gonna show you cool stuff. You're gonna be learning something very different and something very new. That will really improve your trading. But let's look at quick market recap today. What we have on the market. All right. Okay, today's Thursday. Let's see what we have here. I spoke about the GBP actually gaining some momentum today. Okay, that's because of the major news that was coming up. So I actually told everyone to actually wait for few minutes before that time to actually hop in the trade. As you can see, immediately during that news release. So let's quickly see what time that news was released. Wow, it was released this Thursday. All right, 7 a.m. Okay, so that was about four candles back. Okay, four candles back. Okay, so let's see the last four candles back. You can see one, two, three, four candles. Okay, back. You see that huge move here, which I spoke about, and how did that reflect into other pairs? Let's look at how it reflected into other pairs. What it did also here with the pound USD. One, two, three, four. Boom! You can see it. Wow, classic. Okay, let's go to some other GDP pairs. Let me show you guys. Trading generally should not be that difficult if you understand what you're looking for in the market. You don't need to be telling random stuff, guys. You don't need to be telling random stuff. You're just losing your money. Look at one, two, three, four candles. Wow, boom. Can you see that? Wow, one, two, three, four candles. Boom. Against every pay, you can see. So the news is just a catalyst. Everything has been there in the market. One, two, three, four. Boom. Okay. So what you need is just the catalyst to actually push that market up, as you can see. So what do we expect to see today? We are still expecting the euro to actually make some pushes because we are looking at the possible reversal of the euro, but that doesn't mean that if you're looking at the possible reversal, if we can then start shorting the euro. No, we don't do that until I want to start shorting the euro only when it can break below the structure here. Okay, that's the only time I want to start shorting the euro. But at the moment, I will buy anything against the euro. Okay, I'm gonna buy all the euro pay, euro JPY. JPY actually was predicted to be the weakest in the week. And in the week, I'm gonna buy everything with the euro. Okay, Euro NZD, goodbye. Euro AUD, goodbye in the week. All right, it's going to end well. And all those pairs are going to end well. Apart from the Euro GBP, which the two pairs are actually doing a tussle on which is the strongest now at the moment. But I really see a huge possibility of the Euro actually still going up. I will not really explain that in this presentation, but I'm going to explain that much later during the program which I'm going to have today, which is in less than an hour. Okay, probably less than an hour now. Okay, so that's what I want to be looking at. And in terms of what do I think of the sentiment? Okay, so what's happening today? The sentiment. Let's just quickly go to sentiment to see what's happening, guys. So we have major news coming up on the card tomorrow. So we are going to be really much careful with the card. Okay, in terms of how we are positioned. The card has a major news by tomorrow. That's 1:30. Okay, 1:30. Okay, that's 1300 W80. All right. Let's see. Metals are still going up. I got out my trade at 2000, which I entered here 2 weeks ago. All right. So it was a wonderful trade too. Let's see what's happening with the sentiments in terms of the AUD JPY and what I think. AUD JPY should still be going up. Okay. Not really because of the AUD strength, but because of the massive JPY weakness. Okay. So we've not really seen much of the strength coming in terms of the JPY which we want to see. So that's why this continues to still make a rally up. Okay, so right now we are seeing the AED actually going up not because of risk on sentiment, okay, but it's because it is not risk of sentiment, okay. So understand the difference. So that's why everything is going up, and you see it. But the AED CHF will actually decide, well, okay, I actually have a pending order still here, and you can see all throughout the week from Mondays, more sideways, okay, not really moving the direction because CHF is actually still strong, and we also have seen that the AUD is more of stored in some sort of consolidation because it's not actually breaking any level as we saw here. Let's also look at the indices, what it's doing here, more sideways since last week, and for 3 weeks, 4 weeks support here inside this area, and have not really broken through a high. So it is really consolidating. So I see the AUD actually consolidation and gathering momentum on the explosion. So wherever it explodes to the upside or downside, but I see a huge possibility of exploding to the downside because of the CO2 report and how the hedge funds are in position. So what do I think of the NZD? NZD is going to be still weak into the week like we spoke about here because NZD was still on, okay, falling down near this key area here. So we have actually NZD actually coming to this key area, and that way, what will other pairs be doing against the NZD? So the NZD card was also still fun along with it, okay, and though we'll see predicting more drops, okay, to come in. That's also it's going to be dependent on the strength of the card tomorrow, which we are going to be looking at. Card is also there is still more room for card, all right, even though card is been trading at the normally it's trading at making lower lows, but here is the major level. Okay, here is that last level where we had so much liquidity coming to the market and so much demand inside here. So if we can have a break of this zone here, if you can have a break of this zone here, I think that will be the only time I will look to short the card. Okay, it's a very huge zone here. So if you can have a break of that zone, that will be the only time we can see the card actually make more drops, and we can then start longing anything against the card and shorting the card against probably the strongest paper. I see a huge possibility of cards actually breaking up this structure and possibly testing and retesting and then going up. I see huge possibility of that happen because this was a huge structure. I like to speak about that whenever market breaks a very huge structure, it always wants to come back to test that structure and then filling all this liquidity which was actually present in the market. We are retail traders, and if you're trading like the big market, you definitely understand that all these are areas which they need to fill in the market. So I expect this to actually come in and try to fill in at least some of those orders that were actually pending here before then the rally to downside, because I see a possibility of a huge rise to downside, huge accumulation here. Okay, huge cause here, effect. Okay, so this is an accumulation here. I expect this cause, okay, is very small for this effect. Okay, so effect here, cause, this is too small. So whatever is happening is just retracement and then continue to go up. Okay, guys, that's what I think. What do I think of the card JPY? As a result of that, is still going up as a result of that. So I expect to see card JPY actually coming to testing this structure here. And once that happens, this is a very key area too, which is the 800 okay level. I expect that to come in, and as we can see that the JPY is also getting weak and weaker by the day, and no real life, okay, breaking this very huge support which we spoke about here. And we can actually see that this is also still happening, okay, still happening. So probably I would expect much weakness to still come in with the JPY, all right, and that would also continue. Okay, so let's look at what we have with the stock. The reason why I'm looking at the market this way is I speak about this with my student that definitely it is not a risk on sentiment, okay, but definitely AUD is going up because it's definitely not a risk off. Okay, you understand that? Okay, so we have this huge structure here, all right, and in the market, and we had this sort of accumulation here last week, and we had this breakout, then coming back to retest, actually still drop. But also, what is the S&P doing? S&P have been rallying since last week, as we spoke about since last week. So definitely, what is happening in the market is not actually risk of sentiment. Okay, it's not risk of sentiment, because if it was to be a risk of sentiment, we would have the S&P actually still going down. Okay, but the S&P is going up. All right, into the week, S&P is going up. So let's look at what is happening in the market. S&P is going up. FTSE is also going up in the week. It has gained 2.1%. Okay, in the week. And let's see also what's happening here with the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq have gained actually 1.6%. Okay, in the week also. So we're looking at those stocks. Okay, stocks are actually gaining. Okay, so but definitely the AUD is not going with it. What's happening, guys? The AUD have found exhaustion. All right, let me show you quickly why I believe that to happen. I really feel that the AUD have had this exhaustion, because definitely everything I want to see is represented here on the COT. Okay, you look at the COT and you can make meaning of those things. All right, so this is COT report, and anytime there is this fusion on the COT report in terms of the net position, you can always have that the AUD will always be going down. The last time we had this fusion was inside of this area, and you can see that the AUD was actually way down. All right. So a lot of things coming into the market. What I will not be doing is to be longing anything with the AUD. But rather, I'll be looking to short anything with the AUD that has so much strength. Okay. So I would short AUD card. I would short. I would long pound AUD because pound is strong. I would long euro AUD because it's strong. All right. So guys, you need to understand this principles. Okay. What's happening with the USD at the moment? USD have been more sideways, and I think that USD probably would get us a little bit of momentum actually to make a spring up. But I spoke about this on my pre-session that until the USD can actually break this structure here, that is the only time you can look to short USD. All right, USD can actually come into this area, gather momentum, and then move up to test this trend line here. It's a huge possibility. Possibly, if you actually get enough momentum here, move up, test, and to continue going up. All right, so it could actually trap people. So I don't want to really be looking to short the AUD at the moment until we can break below the structure. AUD can actually get a momentum and then go up. what I'm looking at for the AUD, because one, the AUD is also quite phenomenal here. There was an interest rate cut here. Okay, this was March, and we look at 2017, 2018. Okay, I like to look at this was 2017. Okay, there was an interest rate hike, and we actually saw throughout the whole year to the following year, the USD was actually going down. All right, it actually started going up the following year. All right, now what we are seeing here, that AUD was going up before March, before the interest rate cut, and it started going down for 3 months. Okay, 3 months. So AUD or USD can actually be doing a pullback such as this. Okay, it can actually be doing this was a pullback too. But let's look at when this pullback happened. It was around August, September. So here we are in August. So probably we might be seeing that pullback coming into play August, September, before then the next drop. Okay, so it could drop out to this zone, then be here throughout the year till next year. Maybe FOMC can decide to actually assist or bring in some money into the system and actually push the USD up again. Look at the AUD. The AUD has been very in terms of with respect to this and also the pound. This was 2017. Okay, guys, 2017. So look at what other pairs were doing. This was also 2017 here. Okay, what happened when money was moving out of the US? Money was coming into pound. Okay, it was coming to Britain. Okay, Britain was going up, but here we had the USD coming down. All right, so you need to understand the correlation between all these things. So definitely, I don't want to be doing anything with the USD. I just only want to be looking at the USD, how it's faring, because I expect a retracement up to here. And if that will come into play, definitely you don't want to be trading this against all these strong pays. The USD CHF, the USD CAD, you don't want to be trading them against the strong pays. So the best thing to do, just avoid them. All right, then you can be in profit. Trading, you don't need to really trade everything, guys. Okay, so I look forward to be seeing you on my webinar, which is going to be in less than 1 hour. And this is just a pre-market recap. And I'll look to see you then. Have a wonderful trading day.